Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. I get a lot of questions on the channel, guys. I get a lot of questions on the channel. You are going to have to reach out to me. Excuse me. You are going to have to reach out to me on another platform or super chat it. You are going to have to find me on Facebook, Instagram, or email me. I will accept that, because that means you got off this platform, went to another one, used some of your own energy and time to find me somewhere else, ask me the question. Got no problem with that. Or you need to super chat it on this one. $1, $2, doesn't matter to me. It just is what it is. I'm obligated. If you throw a couple bucks behind something, I'm obligated to give you a solid answer. For those that actually join the live stream, you know I do it. I will sit there and ignore everything and everybody to make sure that you get the answer to your question of what you need. I get a lot of questions on the channel, so it's going to have to be one way or another. I did see somebody in the comment section said something about, oh, this video was going good until you tried to hustle people for their sales pitch or something like that. No disrespect to you, guy, but obviously you've never stepped out from the crowd. Guys, I'm attracting the crazies. Okay? I am attracting the crazies. Some of you were on my live the other night when old boy jumped on there. The old gay dude jumped on there with all the shit he was saying. No offense to that man, but I mean, for one, he put his dumb ass out there like that. He jumped on the freaking live and went and did all that old something. I don't even want to get into that shit. I'm attracting the crazies. I'm attracting crazy men. I'm attracting gay men. I'm attracting freaking, and gay men can be very fucking disrespectful. Sorry, I'm trying, but they can be. They do not understand no. They don't listen to it. They just don't. And I'm attracting the crazies. Okay? I'm attracting the crazy women. So I have to start protecting myself. My scheduling platform is the best way for you to get a hold of me. Some of you won't understand this. I don't believe, most of you are fucking Pop-Tarts. Just being honest. You're consumers. You're not going to take action. You're not going to do anything. You're a fucking Pop-Tart. That's what you are. Hopefully the toaster will pop up and there you'll be and somebody will pick you up. I don't know, man, but and this is where some asshole is going to jump into the comment section and say, you're shaming us, bro, with his fucking man bun and 40% body fat. And you're shaming us. Motherfucker, you're an adult. You're grown. How the hell am I shaming you? I don't even know who the hell you are. You expose yourself when you start crying in the comment section. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. But I am attracting the crazies. And so if you really want my attention, you're going to have to take a different approach. I can't be any more clear than that. Now, moving forward, how to get over a breakup, how to get over an ex, man or woman. I'm sure women are very similar to what is going on, are very similar to men. It's going to take time. Hands down, plain and simple, can't be any more clear than that. It will take time, especially if you really cared about this person. I don't know really how it affects women, so it's hard for me to speak on. Ladies, please do chime in and leave that below. I am interested in that. I would love, if somebody has a lot of knowledge in that, I would love to kind of pick their brain, a woman, like seriously, you know, from a research type of, you know, professional standpoint, I would love to pick their brain about women and get some real world information on that. But it is going to take time. And we live in this social media era with this soft stalking type, okay? You freaking are able to still keep up with this person after they left, fellas. Well, I'm going to talk to the men, but they're gone. They left. She left. And you're still able to see her. You're still able to view her. You're still able to see her pictures. And then it's like whenever you go and you stalk her social media and it's been 6 months and you see that whatever, there's the freaking coffee cup, your old coffee cup sitting in the background. Like, oh, you think like there's some freaking, she put that there for me. She misses me. No, she doesn't. She probably doesn't even realize that was yours. She might, who knows? But at the end of the day, guys, you can't go off of things like that because that's what happens. I've heard this stuff so much. Or she's driving and your favorite song comes on the radio, the song you guys shared in the video, and you're watching it and there goes that video. Oh, she played that for me. Some subliminal messaging shit. No. There is no subliminal messaging. Listen, women make it easy for the man they want. Fellas. If she wanted you, she would be with you. She's not. She's not beside you. She's not in your bed. She's not in your home. She's not. If she wanted you, she would be with you. You need to come to terms with that. You need to make peace with that. Women make it easy for the man that they want. If this woman wanted you, she would make it easy for you. They do not put you through hell. They do not make it hard. A little, yeah, there are times, so I don't want to contradict myself, but there are times that a woman will try to play games and say, I'm too old for it. As soon as you try to put me through hell or make it difficult on me, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not doing that shit. I'm out of here. I'm too old for it. I just don't care. I'm not playing those games. I don't have a chase in me. All right, I'm not chasing shit. I'm just, you come over here and get naked or go home. Come over here and get naked or go home. Listen, fellas, women will not make it hard on you if they really want you. They will make it easy. They really will. If they do try to make it difficult and they really want you and you don't play that game, they'll stop making it difficult and be like, look, I was just trying to see if you do this for me. And they'll tell you shit like that. They're not a lot different than us, guys. You guys think, some of you guys still think women don't fart. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you guys are such Pop-Tarts. You think women don't freaking fart. You're like 35 years old and think they don't use the bathroom. Like they're a conehead. You guys remember that movie Coneheads? They didn't have some of y'all probably don't remember that movie Coneheads with Dan Aykroyd and I don't remember who else. But anyways, they didn't have the butt. They couldn't use the bathroom. They didn't have those parts. It was just like a Ken doll, like a Barbie doll. They didn't have anything down there. Anyways, shit me, man. But yeah, some of you guys don't even think they freaking fart, man. Like some of you guys, I mean, I don't know. But how do you get over it? You need to make peace with it. You need to realize that this person doesn't want you and they left. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know that is easier said than done. But this woman left. She didn't take you with her. Stop looking at the social media. Listen to this, though. Listen to this, please. This is the most realist advice I can give you when it comes to getting over a breakup. Somewhere, ladies, you can do the same thing. Reverse the roles when I'm talking to men, because this is a question I get from a lot of men. I would love to talk to a woman about this, though, an educated woman about this and get her real point of view on it. But fellas, this is the most honest advice I can give you. Now listen up. Somewhere down the line, God, the universe, the laws of attraction, all of those things are going to align and you are going to see her again. Ladies, same thing works for you, just reverse the roles. But fellas, you are going to see her again. When you see her, you're either going to be in the same position she left you, fat, lonely, lame, loser, whatever you were, broke, out of shape. You're either going to be in the same position that she left you, or you're going to level the F up. That's just it. I can't be any more clear than that. You're either going to be a peasant or you're going to be a king when she comes back around. That doesn't mean that she's going to want you back. That does not mean that your relationship is going to work again. That does not mean any of that. But it just means that you've moved forward in life or you've set stagnant. You're going to have to choose what you're going to look like when you do see her again. I would say that you become a king. Get in shape, get a lot of money, focus on yourself, go monk mode. That's where these things come into play. Focus on yourself, go monk mode. I would tell you to go that route. That is the freaking ideal route for you. Don't sit stagnant. Don't sit lame. Take the high road. Delete social media if you need to. Go monk mode. Focus on your health. Focus on your job. Start stacking cash. Get cash heavy. Start doing the things that you need to do for yourself. Okay? Do what you need to do for you. It takes time. It might even take years for you to get over this. It might even take years for you to see her again. So imagine if you progress. Say it takes 7 years to see her again. It's now 2032 and you finally do see her again, or him again, ladies, but you do finally see her again, and it's 2032 and you're in shape. You own multiple properties. You're doing multiple things. You're a 6-figure man now. You're moving forward in freaking life. You're doing great. All I can tell you is make the person that left you regret ever leaving you. And not in a harmful, malicious way. Do not act crazy, but make the person that left you regret ever leaving you. Move forward. Become a better you. That is where monk mode comes in. Okay? I can't really be any more clear than that, guys. Can't be any more clear than that. I suggest that you get cash heavy. Everything in your life is cyclical. Ladies, this all works for you. Everything in your life is cyclical. Everything, the types of people you attract, the types of jobs you take, the types of money you make, all that shit. If you really pay attention, success leaves clues. If you really pay attention to your life, everything in your life has been on a cycle. You've been dating the same types of women. You've been dating the same types of men. You've been doing the same types of jobs. Bouncing in and out of the construction field, bouncing in and out of freaking restaurants, bouncing in and out of whatever. And your life has not gotten any better. It has not changed. You're like, why isn't my life getting better? It's because you keep being a waiter. You keep working at restaurants. Go to sales. It's because you keep freaking dating women from the bar. And all they want to do is go to the bar. Why don't you go date women at church? Why don't you go date women at the bookstore? Ladies, same shit works for you. Reverse the roles. That's what it is. Life is cyclical. Until you start breaking those cycles, nothing is going to change. Your dating life, your employment history, all that shit is on a cycle. Break it. That's why I tell people to get cash heavy. That's why I tell them to stack cash before they pay off their debt. That's why I tell them that. Because if you were already in a debt cycle, and then you go back to pay off your freaking debt, then what's going to happen? You're going to need some cash somewhere in the process, and you're going to go back to. That's why I tell people get cash heavy. Spend the next year or two of your life and start stacking cash, getting cash heavy, circle back around and pay off the debt. No, you're not going to go. And if you commit fraud, yes. But if you just went broke, no. Nobody's bringing charges against you. No. I see all that bullshit in the comment section all the time. Nobody's doing any of that. You owe you owe 3 credit card companies $3,000 a piece. You think they're going to go out and try and bring, yeah, it is if you committed fraud. If you did all that in the same damn day, then yeah, that's fraud. So yeah, they're probably going to bring charges against you. But if over the course of a few years, you went broke, few months, whatever, come on. I wish you goober smoochers in the comment section would get it together. I really do. I wish you guys would get it to freaking together. I had another topic I kind of wanted to cover real fast, man. And that was the freaking California wildfires. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? I know this is off subject, but is this a land grab? Is that what we're looking at right here? I wanted to ask this because I do have some coaching clients out there in California, and I talk to them. They're doing good. Everybody's doing fine. They have not been, too badly affected by this, but they are affected by it. But what do you guys think about this? Is this a land grab? Is this something going on here? Because, a lot of people are comparing this to the Maui, what happened in Maui, how buildings have burned down, but the trees are still standing, things of that nature. Last year, real numbers, last year, State Farm dropped 30,000 policies. They dropped 30,000 insurance policies. 70% of those policies were in the Pacific Palisades. That's one of the areas that was hit the hardest. The Pacific Palisades had 70% of the homes had no coverage. This all comes from Yahoo News, Yahoo Finance, but 70% had no coverage of the homes in that area. 30,000 policies dropped last year. And State Farm says it's because of, I don't know, some tax hikes, price increase, inflation, things just weren't keeping up. So, you know, they dropped it. They dropped the policies. You'd have to go research that on your own if you want the full story behind that. But what do you guys think? The water was shut off. There was no water there in Maui. The water was freaking shut off. Buildings completely burnt down to the ground with the trees and the landscaping still around them. It's just interesting. You guys know how the internet is, though. It sends you down a rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Just interested. Just a quick question I wanted to throw in here, a frago I wanted to throw out for all military, all ex-military, military personnel. You guys know it, law enforcement probably as well. I wanted to throw a frago in there because I was curious. A guy, though, online, he offered or asked a legit question. Why doesn't Mexico and Canada burn like LA? I remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger complained about the forestry in California, about cleaning it up. I remember hearing Donald Trump in his first term complain about cleaning up the forestry, the deadfall, all the trees falling. I remember hearing both those men complain about it over the years, and I've actually experienced it because I've been out there. I've been in that area. I've been in the woods of that area, deep into the mountains. And I've experienced that myself with all the deadfall there. I actually have videos of me walking deadfall there. Does Canada clean up? All my Canadian brothers and sisters out there, do they clean up the forestry in Canada? Why doesn't Mexico burn like California does? They're not that far apart. Why does it never burn in that manner? Why is that? Is it? I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think. I am curious to know what you guys think about that. So that's something that I am curious about. Just a frago I want to throw out there before I forgot. Last but not least, my qualifications to do this. That's a question that I've been asked a few times on here. If you made it this far, my qualifications to do this. My qualifications are that I went to school for a bachelor's of business, and I studied a lot of different classes along the way because I started out as an associate's in arts. I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do. So I took a lot of theater. I took a lot of drama. I took a lot of music, art history, things of that nature. I did not really know what I wanted to do. So I studied I studied religion. I studied psychology. I studied all of these things to get my associate's of arts degree out of the way. I did that, and I was like, you know what? I don't really know what I want to do. I had money left on my GI Bill. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'd already gotten a foundation of religion, a foundation of psychology, a foundation of art and theater and public speaking and English literature and things of that nature. I'd always been an avid reader. I've been a reader since I was a kid. I've read every Hardy Boys book out there. I've read every Hardy Boys book out there. I've read a lot of Nancy Drew books out there. So things like that, I was just big into it. Read all the Lord of the Rings when I was a kid and so on. And anyways, that has nothing to do with anything. Just want you guys to know that my whole life, I've been an avid reader. I've always enjoyed books over people. I've always loved animals. I put more value on an animal than I do a lot of people. Honestly, my dog, old buddy Lucas, has never let me down. Yeah, right. That's some bitch. But no, guys, seriously, I went to school, got my associates of arts out of the way. I studied psychology and criminology, and I went through all those things, okay, to get the associates done. Then I realized, like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on business. I couldn't figure out what I really wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to be a psychologist or a therapist, so on. Here we are. But it's crazy because as I was going to school, I was like, you know what? I think I want to be a life coach. So I went to school to be a life coach and realized that was bullshit. Not school, excuse me. Went and did training. Back then in 2018, training for a life coach certificate was $1,200. Now they're like $3,000. I guess inflation, right? I wouldn't waste my time. I mean, it's good if you want to. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't. It's probably good if you have no foundation, but I wouldn't really. It is what it is. And then, I didn't do anything with it. So I went and got my life coaching certification. I thought it was going to be something I wanted to do. I remember I sat there at the kitchen table doing that. And I thought, this is all in all, guys, this is awesome. I explained all of this on the live stream. If you guys got more involved in the community and you started joining the lives, you would know these things. I explained all this on the live stream. Actually, me and your average logical thinker had this conversation last week on the live. So I went, did all that for life coaching, never did anything with it. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to open up a credit repair business. Went, did that. Bullshit. I talked about this in a past video, and I talked about this on the live stream. Some of you guys just aren't involved like that. Credit repair business, bullshit. I've repaired so when you ask me my qualifications are me. I've really done this. I've really lived this. Everything I tell you to do are things that I have done. None of this is made up. None of it is fabricated. You cannot, so many people right now are trying to copy me in Cash Heavy. You cannot. You can't, because it's my life. I lived it. I'm a trailblazer. There is no school for this shit, guys. Cash Heavy is a method that has been around forever. I took what my grandparents did in the Great Depression, and then I took a little bit of Dave Ramsey and I smashed them together. That's it. It's been around forever. Your great grandparents were cash heavy. Your grandparents were cash heavy. The Amish are cash heavy. But your parents were raised in the boomer generation to where they were told they were sold the American dream. Buy a house, buy a car, white picket fence, work for 30 years and retire, invest in a 401k and a Roth IRA, or actually a Roth wasn't even around, but invest in your company's match plan. I don't even know if it was a match plan. Back then, your freaking company actually had retirement plans. I don't remember what they were called, but back in the day, 60s, 70s, and 80s, your company actually had a freaking retirement plan before the 401k. You could retire from the chemical plant. It wasn't a 401k. I could dive deep into that, man. All that stuff came around because they needed people to invest in the markets. People were not, after the Great Depression, people did not trust the banking institutions. The banks needed a buffer in between. They needed a buffer in between to get people to invest back into the market. So, because the bank can't just loan out money. So they created the American dream, which was real estate. White picket fence, house, car, all that bullshit in between. This is a fast analysis. All right, I'm talking to the masses. Guys, there is no school for this. But when you ask me my qualifications, I have to ask you this. When's the last time you went to the dentist and asked them to see their papers? Serious as a heart attack. I get it. I understand why. I just don't feel like that I need to jump out here and pull out my freaking Army records and everything else on YouTube. I mean, if I have to, that's pretty, it is what it is if I have to do that, because I do have my DD-214, an honorable discharge and all those things. But again, I want you to come back, each and every one of you, and I want you to come back and tell me when's the last time you went to the ER and when the doctor walked in, you asked him to see his paperwork. Just because he works there, when's that? I am not licensed, no longer licensed at anything, for the simple fact I would not be allowed to tell you. And I've said this multiple times. If I kept any form of certifications, if I kept any licenses, I would not be able to tell you the things that I tell you. I don't run a financial I don't run a credit repair service because guys, it's trash. You want to reach out to me? I can repair your credit. I can tell you how to do it. Book my one-on-one coaching. I will tell you how to do it. How do I know how to do it? Because I've done it for myself twice. I could tell you right now how to repair your credit. I'm not going to sit here and go over that here. I'm not going to give all my YouTube secrets. I'm not going to give all my credit and financial advice and secrets away when there are people that have paid for it. You know how wrong, do you get what I'm saying? Most of you won't even smash the damn like button. But you want all my information for nothing. You want all my information for free. You're not going to buy anything. You're not going to invest with me. You're not going to do anything. Like I said earlier, you're consumers. That's what you are. You're never going to take action. I don't remember the quote Elon Musk said exactly, but Elon Musk said, poor people stay poor because they think everything is a scam. You're wanting or expecting me to be riding. Did you guys ever ask Wes Watson his certification? All that dude did was go to prison, spend a decade of his life in the penitentiary and read books and come out here with the mindset of a king, and he became one. But it's the fact that he rides around with his shirt undone and a fucking Bentley or whatever he's got, But I'm sitting here and I stay in my lane. I tell you to live, I fly under the radar. I tell you to drive old trucks. I tell you to live well below your means. Tell you to get cash heavy. Do you think I would have been able to quit my job and sit here and do? YouTube does not pay shit. You think I would have been able to quit my job? Sorry, YouTube. I love you to death. But I'm just being honest with these kids. Being honest, because I don't want them to be quitting their jobs right now. And hey, we're 9 months. We are what day? What was this? We are 10 days into January. As of January right now, January 10th, I'm projected to make $400 from YouTube. $400 as of January 10th. You with me? If you've made it this far, smash the like button. Push me through the algorithm. That's all I ask. You want to hire me for one-on-one coaching? Hire me. Plenty of people have hired me already. It is what it is. But when you ask my certifications, I have to ask, when's the last time you went to the dentist and asked to see his paperwork? There is no school for this. You want to be wealthy? First off, if you listen to everything mainstream media, the government tells you to do, you're not going to make it. You will not become rich by listening to the United States government. You're not going to. Guys, it's not designed. It's designed for them, not you. What do you not understand about that? And anyways, though, man, I stay in my lane, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you have no idea what's going on this channel. I stay in my freaking lane. Some of you are at $30,000, $40,000 a year. I'm trying to teach you how to get to 85. This is it. That's all it is. I stay in my lane. I don't talk about anything I don't know. That's why I run unscripted. If I did not act, everything I tell you is something that I've done. That is my qualifications. That is my certifications, is that I have done it and it has worked for me. Go do it. Go do it. And then go do it. And then come back and tell me in a couple years when you've done everything I've said to do, go do it. And then say, man, Robert, I get it. Like the man in the comment section, he was like, dude, you were right. Frosted Flakes to get over alcohol. Frosted Flakes. It's the sugar your body is missing. How do I know? Because I spent years attached to the bottle. That's how I know. I spent years attached to the bottle, causing a lot of damage to my body. I mean it. I'm a borderline alcoholic. That's why I don't drink. That's why I refrain from it. I don't tell people that I'm sober. I just don't drink. I don't make this shit up. I lived it. I do it every fucking day. It's who I am as a man. It's who I am as a father. It's who I am as just a human on planet Earth. There is no school for this. And the reason I'm so relatable to a lot of you is because I'm from the streets. Is because that I don't come at you and try to be some fucking professor if you've never seen or been to a psychologist, if you've never been to one, most of them have nothing but education. They don't have any life. They just have education. So it's uncomfortable. It makes it an uncomfortable experience because you're sitting in there with a psychologist and it's uncomfortable because they've never, whatever the situation is, I don't want to go into all that. But that's my qualifications right there. Life, the trenches. I really did the things I said I've done. Some of you guys love Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You talk about that all the time. Some of you guys love this freaking book right here. I've told you, I've spent the past decade of my life researching successful businesses and successful people. Nowhere in this man's history, I'm not knocking him, it is what it is, but nowhere did I ever find that he was involved in real estate before he wrote that book. This book is what made him rich. And then he got involved in real estate. He had nothing before this. This is what made him rich. Financial peace, same way with Dave Ramsey. That is what made him rich. Was he involved in real estate? Sure. He was selling, he was doing those things. Sure, he probably did go broke when he was young. Sure. And financial peace is what made him bounce back. So whenever I tell you cash heavy, if you guys would actually pay attention and listen to my shit, whenever I tell you cash heavy, I created cash heavy because child support left me homeless. It left me homeless with a 10-year-old kid. And I said, this can never happen again. So I took 5 years of my life. I really rode a bicycle to Texas Roadhouse, washed dishes, leveled my ass up, critiqued my resume, found better employment for myself, worked my way up. All in 5 years. That's how I know 5 years can change your freaking life. I went monk mode. I cut off all relationships, no drinking, no partying, no nothing for 2 years solid. Did nothing but self-educate, personal development for 2 solid years. Most of you can't go 2 days, 2 months, much less 2 years in monk mode. No sex, no alcohol, no friends, no internet, no nothing. I had no internet, no nothing for 4 years. Not because I was poor, but because I chose to take that period of my life to dedicate it to something that was going to be bigger than me. That's my qualifications. That's my qualifications 100%. Like I said, most of you will not make it. You're not going to make it. I am cash heavy. I 100% am cash heavy. I'm just not a fucking twat to sit on here with wads of cash in my hands and this and that, doing things like that. It's not me. I have good credit. It's not me. What, I got to sit here and like do all that? I got to ride around in a Lambo calling you guys fucking brokies and everything else. I'm 100% who I say I am, and that's why I stay in my lane. I'm not a millionaire. I've said it over and over before. I am not a millionaire, but I'm a 6-figure man. I'm a 6-figure earner. I am cash heavy. That's why I'm able to quit my job and do the things that you see me doing. I've filmed everything for the past 6 months, going on 7 months. I've filmed every day of my life, and I have not missed a beat. I drive an old truck. I drive a 2001 Dodge Dakota, or is it 2? I can't remember now. I drive a early 2000 Dodge Dakota. The damn thing's 23, 24 years old. I'm going to have to buy a new one, and it's not from YouTube money. It's already given me problems this winter, but it's been great for the past 5 or 6 years. I'm going to fix the little bit of kinks, and I'm going to allow my son to have that for his first vehicle. I'm going to allow him to have that for his first vehicle, and I'm going to take some of my cash heavy and go buy a brand new truck. And I'm going to pay cash for it. If I need to film paying cash for a new vehicle, I can do that. But we'll see. We'll see. Because, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself. If I find a better opportunity, you know, I may not get brand new. If I find a great used, I'm buying it. But it'll be cash if that's what I have to do. But I'm leaning more towards buying new. I'm leaning more towards that just to be done with it and just going to take that big old financial hit, $30,000, $40,000. And then it is what it is. And I'll push forward. That'll probably be my last truck for my life. You know what I'm saying? I try to do things like that. I take care of the shit. I buy a pair of good boots, $200 boots, and I hold on to them for 2 years. You know, that's the type of man that I am. That's where I come from. You guys are out here overly exerting yourself. You are spending everything you make as fast as you make it. You don't even know the concepts of cash heavy. Where would I need qualifications to tell you guys to be cash heavy, to fly under the radar, to stack your cash, save your money, not to invest in the stock market until you have enough money to invest. The whole point of cash heavy is for you to work your job 3 to 5 years, stack as much as you can possibly stack, and then make a proper investment for yourself. That's the whole point of cash heavy. It is not to keep stacking cash under the mattress. Then when you ask me about, you know, if you want to ask me about my qualifications for, you know, credit, I've taken the credit repair training. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is a way to keep funneling people and wasting their time. For 70, credit repair is going to cost you, I don't know, leave it in the comments below if you've made it this far. How much does credit repair cost? And then you can book with me for $75. We can go over your credit report and I will freaking show you exactly what you need to do, exactly what I would do and what you need to do to fix it for $75 one time. And then it's up to you to take action. If you're not willing to take action, then you weren't going to freaking do anything with the credit repair company anyway, and you've wasted a few $100s with them. I really have repaired my own credit twice. There's my qualifications. I really did go to school. I got my Associate of Arts out of the way. I studied religion. I studied psychology. I studied theater. I studied all of these things, public speaking, everything. That's how I'm able to sit here right there with you. And then I decided I'm going to go on for business. Went and did that. Learned absolutely nothing through a business degree. I learned more from Books A Million and Barnes and Noble than I ever did at college, than I ever did at West Kentucky. I learned more from here than I ever did in college. I had a little bit of GI Bill money left, so I said, you know what? I want to do something else before it's over. So I went to school in Colorado to learn how to be a wrangler and a horse packer, a mule packer. I went to school to learn how to do that because I wanted something else. So I went to school to learn how to do that. I did so well, the man offered me a job. So I used to pack in doctors and lawyers into the Rocky Mountains, take them up for a hunting trip and bring them back down. All that, I have video of that if I need. They're very old and outdated, but I have all video of that if I need to verify that. So I'm going to ask you again, when is the last time you went to your dentist and said, can I see that certificate on the wall? When is the last time that you went to your therapist or whoever and said, can I see this? Your gynecologist, and don't act like people have not scammed those systems. Don't act like that. When's the last time you went to your CPA? When's the last time you went to your loan office at the bank and asked to see their paperwork? Don't do other people like that. None of you could come and teach cash heavy the way I do. That's how you know I'm real. None of you could have ran this for 7 months every day if it was a lie. It's impossible. You would have been caught and called out. There is no lie here. That's why I stay in my lane. Do you hear me talk about things that I don't fully understand? I give you guys some detailed fucking information, and most of you haven't even smashed the like button yet. Take it how you want. Do with it what you want. 100%. I give you a lot of information on here, YouTube, for free. I have helped build and brand multiple businesses. I was in the civilian sector. That's why you don't find a lot out about me online. That's why you don't find a lot out. That's why my online life basically starts at YouTube and social media. You can Google me now. You can Google me. You can find almost anything out about me to an extent. So don't you think that people would have came and said something? Don't you think people that grew up, there's already been people in the comment section that were like, I know that dude. I grew up with that dude. I went to school with that dude. You guys just don't pay attention. That's why I say I can no longer entertain questions from the comment section. You're going to have to reach out to me on another platform, or you will have to super chat it if you've made it this far. I can no longer entertain questions in the comment section. It's a waste. It's a waste. And then on top of that, you guys act as if I'm selling you something. Like Elon Musk said, poor people stay poor because they think everything is a scam. The only thing you are buying is me. I will 100% sit down and go over everything with you on your credit report. I will look at your business. We will cover everything. I just don't have a major tech background, but I'm learning. I've always had a tech support type of team, but I'm learning right now. With a one-on-one coaching, we will go over everything. We can cover YouTube strategies. We can cover business startups. We can cover your financial life, budgeting, credit report. We can cover everything. I even do marriage and divorce. I even talk about marriage, divorce, relationship advice. I talk about all that. I call it all-purpose coaching. 100%. All-purpose coaching. Have you ever went to an author and asked them what were their qualifications to be able to write the book, or did you just buy it? How many books have you read that were shit? I've read a lot. You just bought it. Guys, I have built and branded this business right here in front of you every day for almost the past 7 months. Not almost every day, but it's almost 7 months now. Every day I've showed up, every morning, every day, and I have not broke stride in my character, in my name, in my story. So, can't be any more fucking clearer than that. There is no school for this shit. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to get rich, there is no school for this shit. I saw some goober smoocher in the comment section talking about this dude trying to tell us how to be a millionaire, and he's not one. I never said I was a millionaire. Never. That's why I stay in my lane. That's why I do not tell you guys how to make $1 million. That's why I don't tell you guys to invest in the stock market, because I'm not invested. I understand it, and I have been, but right now I'm not. I don't follow stocks. So who would I be to sit here and give you information on the damn stock market, knowing it would be wrong? If you want to cover that, if you need help with that in one-on-one coaching, by all means, we can look at it together. I can show you how to jump in and out of trades, everything for an hour. We can sit there together and do this because I've done it. But I don't talk about it on this channel because I'm talking to the masses. The whole premise of Cash Heavy is I want you to work your ass off and stack cash so you can make a proper investment for yourself. Where do I need any formal training for something that I've done and I've created? This is me. I've done it. I've lived it. It is real. Other than that, I'm going to shut up. This one ran a little bit longer. I gave you guys a longer video. It was more of a rant, but it is what it is. And again, if you have a legit question you want answered, I don't give a shit if you super chat me $2. I will answer it. But I will no longer entertain questions from the chats, from the community like that. I just won't. I can't. It's too much. And honestly, they don't ever come back. I even respond to some by text, respond back to you, get no reply. It's a waste of time. These people aren't coming back. They just throw something out there and they disappear. I don't even know if they're real. So other than that, I'm going to shut up. You guys know I'll beat the shit out of a dead horse till it walks again, man. Other than that, you guys have a great freaking day, and I'll holler at you later. Take care.